What's going on, guys? Jacob over here. So, I know it has been a little bit since I've talked about the NBA and the Bucks and basketball in general, or really any sports outside of the Packers and football. But that's really because, those sports got canceled, and, my main audience here is the Packers and football in general, so I was trying to focus as much on that as possible. But, um, there's some big NBA news that broke over the past couple days, and I'm sorry that I didn't get it out as soon as it happened. I had some interesting work schedules the past week or two here, but um, basically the NBA is coming back. It is coming back this year. It has been confirmed. The Board of Governors approved it on a 29-1 vote. The only vote that went against the decision was the Portland Trail Blazers. They are going to be returning the NBA in Disney World in Orlando on July 31st. There are going to be 22 teams invited to play. 13 from the Western Conference and 9 from the Eastern Conference. They're going to play 8 regular season games to figure out the seeding and stuff like that, and then they're going to go right into the playoffs. Um, it's going to be Eastern versus Eastern Conference and Western Conference sides. They're not going to do any of the interconference mingling like they were originally planning to do, which is really good for the Bucks. But basically, as long as the Bucks don't go 1-7 or 0-8 in those 8 games, then they're going to get the number one seed in the Eastern Conference. Really, they could probably win one or two games and then rest their starters. But of course, you actually might not want to do that at this point because by the time that the NBA does return, we will have experienced a layoff that is actually, I think, greater than the regular NBA season or the regular NBA offseason. It would have been 142 days since the last NBA game had been played, and that was back in like March. I want to say March 17th or something, March 17th, March 18th, something like that. It was right like on St. Patrick's Day when it happened. But we are closing in on, let's see, 3 months since then now. So it has been a pretty long time, and it's going to be another month and a half until we return. And the NBA offseason is usually it goes from July or late June to October. So it's pretty much the exact same amount of time, maybe even a little bit longer. So basically, the entire NBA has had an off-season level of time off, and it's like at that point you're like, you might want to actually play your starters for all 8 of those games so they can get back into the rhythm of actually playing games. Maybe on reduced minutes or something so you don't, overwork them or anything before the actual playoffs start. But, at least to win a few games here and then get them back into the swing of things. But I am very happy that the NBA is returning on July 31st, and it gives me something to look forward to in the world of sports because everything has been so uncertain over the past few months, and, finally we have a date set for this, and it's just really exciting because, I mean, the Bucks had a legitimate chance to win the finals this year, and I was worried for a good amount of time that they were going to cancel the season. Especially, I think it was probably back in like mid-April or so. I was hearing a lot of rumors about how there was a lot of pessimism around resuming the NBA season. So this is really great news for us, and it's great news for the Bucks and the city of Milwaukee as well because this team is championship caliber. This team can win the NBA championship, and just imagine the Bucks winning the championship, and the season at the latest would go to October 12th. So I'm hoping by then, I'm hoping we don't have a second wave by that point of the pandemic. But at that point, you might be able to have what's it called, the championship parade. At that point, you might be able to have a championship parade. So that would be really big. And of course, in recent news, there's been plenty of mass gatherings of protesters over the past week or two here. So we'll have to see how that affects the pandemic worldwide and stuff, and if that increases the numbers for COVID-19 or not. And if it doesn't, if things kind of just stay leveled out, then honestly, I mean, I would bet that the Bucks would be able to have a parade in October if they end up winning the championship. So obviously, there's still some uncertain things going on around here, but the big news is that we're getting the NBA back. It is returning on July 31st, and that is just amazing news after so long without any sports. It's like I'm having withdrawals. I've been having withdrawals since like mid-April. It's just so boring right now, and just to be able to know that it's coming back. And we're gonna have sports. We're gonna have sports. September, October. It's gonna be football season. I'm assuming they're going to play college and NFL. Don't know how many fans are going to be in stadiums or not. But we're gonna have football. We're gonna have basketball. We might have baseball. Not really feeling too positive on that right now, but it's all going to be happening at the same time, and it's going to be really, really exciting. So hopefully we get a really big payoff for the amount of time we've been waiting for this. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Comment below if you think the Bucks are going to win the NBA Finals this year, and if you're excited to see the NBA resume in Orlando on July 31st. Leave a comment in the comments section below. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Obersports121512 and on Instagram username Jacob_Ober, and I'll see you guys next time. Fear the deer.